You already pay for electricity every single month. You've been paying for years. And at some point, it stopped feeling like a bill and started feeling like rent. Rent for something you can never own. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how the power grid works. In simple terms, no engineering degree needed. But I'm also going to show you something nobody tells you when they explain this stuff. Something that, once you see it, you literally cannot unsee. Let's start at the beginning. Right. Now, as you watch this, electricity is traveling through millions of kilometers of wire to reach your home. It starts at a power plant. Coal, gas, nuclear, doesn't matter. And gets converted into high-voltage current that shoots through transmission lines across entire states. Then it hits a substation, where transformers step the voltage down. Then it reaches your neighborhood. Then your street. Then that little box on the side of your house called a meter. And finally, it reaches you. Simple. Enough, right? But here's what they don't put in that explanation. The system was never designed to be efficient. It was designed to be profitable. Every single step of that journey, generation, transmission, distribution, is owned by someone. And every single step has a margin built into it. You're not just paying for electricity. You're paying for the infrastructure, the maintenance, the corporate overhead, the shareholder returns, and yes, the executives' salaries too. The grid, as it exists today, was built over 100 years ago with one goal: centralized control. You consume, they charge. You consume more, they charge more. That's the loop. That's always been the loop. And here's the part that really gets to me. None of this is a secret. It's just that nobody explains it in a way that makes you feel the weight of it. Think about it this way. Imagine you live next to a river. Crystal clear water, flowing every single day, right outside your window. But you can't touch it. Instead, a company collects the water, filters it, packages it, ships it across the country, and sells it back to you at whatever price they decide that month. And if the price goes up, you just pay it. Because what else are you gonna do? You need water. That's the electricity grid. That's your relationship with it right now. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. And I want to pause for a second, because this is important. There are people, regular people, not engineers, not off-grid survivalists, who figured out how to step outside that loop. Not completely, not dramatically, but enough. Enough to stop being fully at the mercy of a bill that goes up every year. I'm not saying it works for everyone. I'm not going to oversell it. But if this is something that's been on your mind, if you've ever thought, there has to be another way, I left a link in the comments worth looking at. No pressure, just something I came across that I thought was genuinely interesting. For people who are tired of this. Okay, back to the grid. So after electricity reaches your meter, it enters your home as what's called AC, alternating current. This is different from the DC, direct current, that your phone battery uses. So almost everything plugged into your wall has a converter inside it, invisibly transforming AC into DC just to make your device work. That's another layer of energy loss, by the way. Every conversion loses heat. Every meter of wire loses a little more. The system bleeds energy at every single step, and you pay for all of it, including the waste. The average household loses somewhere between 8 and 15% of the electricity it pays for just through transmission losses before it even reaches the meter. You're literally paying for electricity that never arrives. And this isn't going to get better on its own. Grids around the world are aging. Demand is increasing. Rates are going up in almost every developed country. The math is simple, and it's not going in your favor. Now I want to be honest with you, because I think the internet has enough people trying to sell you utopia. There's no magic solution. There's no silver bullet. Anyone who tells you they have the one perfect answer for everyone is probably trying to take your money. What does exist, genuinely, is a shift that's been happening quietly for the last decade, where regular people have started finding ways to reduce their dependence. Solar, small-scale generation, home battery, storage, combinations of things. None of it is perfect. All of it has trade-offs. But the information is out there, and it's more accessible than it's ever been. The reason most people don't act on it isn't lack of resources. It's lack of a clear starting point. They don't know where to look or who to trust. Which brings me back to that link in the comments. I mentioned it earlier. If you're curious about what one practical starting point actually looks like, not hype, just a real look at an alternative approach to home energy, it's down there. Take it or leave it. But if even one part of this video made you feel like the current system isn't working for you, it might be worth 30 seconds of your time. The grid is real, it's necessary, and it's going to exist for a long time. But so is your right to understand it. And maybe, if it makes sense for your situation, to find a way around at least part of it. Thanks for watching. If this was useful, you already know what to do.